CES 2026 doesn't feel like a typical tech showcase. There are fewer flashy promises, fewer overhyped demos, and far more products that are already close to market. What makes this year different isn't one single invention, it's a shift in mindset. For years, CES was about showing what might exist someday. This time, companies are focused on what they can actually ship, scale, and support. Instead of chasing attention, many brands are quietly solving problems people already have. Slow devices, confusing smart homes, inefficient hardware, and tech that promises more than it delivers. CES 2026 feels less like science fiction and more like a reality check. And that change affects everything we're about to look at. AI hardware takes over. AI isn't new at CES, but AI hardware is. In previous years, AI was mostly software, cloud tools, assistants, algorithms running somewhere else. In 2026, AI is physically inside devices. We're seeing dedicated AI chips embedded directly into laptops, home hubs, cameras, and wearables. That means faster responses, better privacy, and less dependence on constant internet access. Instead of sending data to the cloud, devices now process information locally, on device. This shift matters because it changes how AI feels to users. It's not a feature anymore, it's infrastructure. AI is no longer something you turn on, it's something devices are built around from the start. And that leads directly to the next major shift at CES 2026. The next generation of chips are the quiet stars of CES 2026. While they don't look exciting, they define what every other device can do. This year, chip makers focused less on raw power and more on efficiency, specialization, and thermal control. We're seeing processors designed for specific tasks: AI inference, real-time image processing, low-power, always-on operation. Instead of one chip trying to do everything, devices now combine multiple specialized components working together. This leads to longer battery life, cooler devices, and more consistent performance. It also explains why some devices at CES feel faster even without dramatic spec jumps. The future of performance isn't about bigger numbers, it's about smarter architecture. Smart devices that finally make sense. For years, smart devices promised convenience, but delivered complexity. CES 2026 shows a clear correction. Smart home products are becoming simpler to set up, easier to manage, and less dependent on constant apps and updates. Many devices now work together out of the box without requiring multiple accounts or confusing integrations. Instead of adding more features, companies are removing friction. Buttons are coming back. Local controls matter again. Reliability is finally prioritized over novelty. Smart devices are starting to feel less like experiments and more like tools. Robotics goes mainstream. Robots at CES used to be entertainment. In 2026, they're becoming practical. We're seeing robots designed for specific, repeatable tasks: delivery inside buildings, warehouse assistance, cleaning, inspection, and healthcare support. These aren't humanoid sci-fi machines. They're purpose-built systems that work quietly in the background. What's important isn't how human they look, it's how reliable they are. Robotics is shifting from spectacle to service, and that shift suggests robots won't replace people, but they will quietly change how work gets done. AR and immersive tech reality check. Augmented reality is still here, but expectations are lower and more realistic. Instead of promising full digital worlds, AR devices at CES 2026 focus on specific use cases: navigation, productivity overlays, training, and contextual information. The hardware is lighter, more comfortable, and less intrusive. Rather than replacing screens, AR is starting to complement them. This isn't the AR revolution many expected, but it's a far more sustainable direction. And sometimes progress looks boring before it becomes essential. CES 2026 isn't about one breakthrough product, it's about maturity. Tech companies are moving away from hype cycles and toward long-term usability. Devices are becoming quieter, smarter, and more intentional. The biggest trend isn't AI, robotics, or AR, it's restraint. And that might be the most important shift of all. Because the future of technology isn't about doing more, it's about doing what already exists better.